What is civil service? What is ministry? What is department and what is MDAs? How would you respond to these questions? Now listen, you may not be interested in politics, but you will be affected by the policies and decisions of the government. Remember, Plato once said, one of the penalties for refusing to participate in politics is that you end up being governed by your inferiors. This is why you must know how your government is being run. Subscribe to this channel and hit the bell so you get notified whenever we post new video. Are you a student, a worker, or you're interested in knowing how the system operates? This channel is for you. If you are a government worker, you must know that if you fail your promotion exam 3 times, you will be withdrawn from service. This is why you need to subscribe to this channel, because we are going to be posting videos that will help you in your exams. In this video, we are going to discuss the Nigerian Federal Civil Service Commission, how it came about, what it means, and what they do. So grab your pen and paper because we are about to get busy. Let's go join our speaker in the classroom. Let's go.
Today we're going to look at civil service, and from what I have from the board, we're going to look at history stroke definition or history / definition of civil service, the way civil service has been structured, the functions of civil service, then ethics or the culture in civil service. As a civil servant, what you are expected to know. This is just a background of what we're expected to know for today. Now, let's look at the history / definition of a civil service, how it came about. Before independence of 1960 in Nigeria, the civil service had already begun. However, it was not just called the civil service. It was called the Central Public Service Board. This was created in the year 1949, 1st of January 1949. The main function of this board was to interview and as well recommend to the Governor General then for appointing and promoting individuals in the service. The board was made up of civil service commissioners. They were commissioners that in 1952, a Central Public Service Commission was constituted. That was 3rd of May 1952. It was constituted as a transitory body to advise the Governor General on issues affecting the service. However, in 1979, all this changed when the 1979 Constitution gave birth to Federal Civil Service Commission. It was not later changed for Federal Public Service Commission to Federal Civil Service Commission in the year 1951 by Section 140 of the 1979 Constitution. Now, in the 1999 Constitution, the civil service is being established by Section 153. And also, if you go to Section 169, you also see there that the civil service is also being established. Then if you go to Section 318 of the 1999 Constitution, you will, as amended, you will see the reinterpretation, the full definition of civil service. And according to that section, however, civil service means service of the Federation in a civil capacity. Service of the Federation in a civil capacity as staff of the office of the President, Vice President, or MDAs. When I mean MDAs, I mean Ministry, Department, and Agency of government, which are saddled with certain responsibilities to address government business. That is how it is being interpreted there. Though I didn't pick it word to word, but though that it has been interpreted there in Section 318 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended. Now, let's look at the civil service structure. Civil service is, however, structured into vertical and horizontal structure. They are both structured into vertical and horizontal structure. But before now, the civil service itself, there are two institutions of government that handles the civil service body. We have the Federal Civil Service Commission and Office of the Head of Civil Service of the Federation. The Federal Civil Service of the Commission is mandated primarily on appointment, promotion, and discipline of civil servants, while the Office of the Head of Civil Service of the Federation is saddled with primarily welfare of staff and other things. Now, the office of the civil service, the Federal Civil Service Commission has a chairman, and the present chairman of the Federal Civil Service Commission is Professor Tunji Olaokpa, Professor Tunji Olaokpa, and it has 15 commissioners. There are 15 commissioners at the Federal Civil Service Commission. Each of these commissioners represents a minimum number of 2 states. What it means is that a commissioner may represent 3 states, some may represent 2 states. Then, if you go to the Office of the Head of the Federation, you have 5 major offices under the Office of the Head of the Federation. Now, the Office of the Head of the Federation, the Office of the Head of Civil Service of the Federation and Federal Civil Service of the Commission, they both work together to ensure that the civil service drives the dreams of the government, as well as bringing the private and the public together. It serves as a unifying factor. Now, under the Office of the Head of Civil Service of the Federation, we have 5 major offices there. There are 5 major offices under the Office of the Head of the Civil Service of the Federation, and each of these offices is being driven by a permanent secretary. It's being headed by a permanent secretary. However, the overall boss of the Head of Civil Service of the Federation is Dr. Folashade Yemi, a medical doctor. Now, one of the offices under the Office of the Head of Civil Service of the Federation, let me just list a few of them. Career Management Office, that talks about career progression of civil service. Career Management Office. You also have Common Service Office. You have Special Duties Office, Service Policies and Strategies, then Service Welfare